Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
And I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I'm sure you've discovered by now that we're running a little late today due to all the changes due to the weather. And quite a bit of local news as well, and sports this morning in our newscast. So here we are, a little late for the breakfast show, but we wanted to get that information your way this morning. A little bit of snow to scoop out there, but not too bad. It's just a little cold. Make sure you bundle up, take a break or two. And you might even want to wait just a little while. They're talking about the possibility of one more inch yet today. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. Please drive careful. The snow pack out there's pretty good on the highways and roadways this morning. Just enough snow, 2.5 to 3 inches, and kind of stuck to the cement and is packed down and a little slick out there. So please drive with care. A lot of late starts this morning and school cancellations, and we'll get to those in a moment. But we do want to thank you for listening to the breakfast show this morning. We'll have coverage of any changes due to the weather. We also have a lively show lined up for you. We'll be visiting with Coach.
Yeah, we'll have the Broken Bow Wrestling Report today, a big one. We'll visit with Broken Bow Girls Wrestling coach Marissa Campbell. Of course, Broken Bow Girls wrestled at Districts this past weekend, so we'll kind of recap that as some of the Broken Bow Girls wrestlers will be heading to the state tournament now next week. And, of course, we talk with Broken Bow Boys Wrestling coach Ed Schaaf. It's a big weekend for the Broken Bow Wrestling team as they will be competing in Districts in Malcolm, Nebraska coming up this weekend. So we'll talk about all of that a little bit later on in the show.
Where the heck is it Malcolm at?
Just past Lincoln, out by Lincoln.
Past Lincoln?
Yeah, about 15 minutes from Lincoln, 20 minutes or something like that.
Is it by Eagle out in there?
Sure. I don't know. I've never been to Malcolm in my life.
Okay.
So I know we're staying in Lincoln and then going the rest of the way on Saturday morning to get there in time.
Okay. It will be covered.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and play the game real quick here.
Okay.
And then we can dive into those changes due to the weather.
February is the month of love, and so we're asking you questions about love songs. We'll give you the song. You tell us who sings it. The song is How Deep Is Your Love?
Oh, boy.
Was it sung by the Supremes, the Bee Gees, Bread, or Chicago? The song is How Deep Is Your Love? Who sings it? The Supremes, the Bee Gees, Bread, or Chicago? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Jason is a big fan of Runza's Spicy Jack Burger.
With jalapenos.
Why are you saying jalapenos like that?
I pronounce it like it is. Fast and spicy. Jalapeno.
Well, it also has pepper jack cheese, bacon, and ranch.
Not just ranch.
Oh, come on.
Jalapeno ranch. So spicy.
Stop into Runza today and try the Spicy Jack Burger. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
All right, we have Billy on the line. Billy, how you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Staying warm?
Yeah, inside my house.
It's a good place to be.
That's a good place, yeah.
And sometimes I talk to your wife,
Yes.
Joan.
Yes, she says you call. She enjoys your visits.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about sports. One day we talked about the Red Sox and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and so, yeah, we did that.
All right, here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Billy, the song is How Deep Is Your Love? Was it sung by the Supremes, the Bee Gees, Bread, or Chicago?
The Supremes.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'm sorry.
I'm not always right.
Think about disco.
Oh. I used to dance to disco.
Yeah? I would have loved to have seen you dancing disco back in the day, Billy.
Well, when I was young, I could do that, but
we
not
understand.
anymore. But you know what, Brent? I sure enjoy you and Jeremy's broadcast last night of the Broken Bow Girls.
Good.
Sounds like Charlie Myers, who I know really well, is a really good basketball player, and you don't want to leave her open.
Not last night.
Just like me. I mean, don't leave me open behind the three-point line.
Yep. You cannot.
Ask Howard Gaffney about that.
Oh boy. How many have you made in a row, Billy?
Well,
when you
not
got
that
hot?
many, but
Okay.
But one time in a game, one night I hit a half-court shot from the jump circle.
Oh man, I wish I could have been behind the microphone to broadcast that. That would have been awesome.
Well, I just threw it up in the basket and it went in.
Yeah.
And it wasn't off the bang board like some of these shooters do. It was through the net.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
It was a swish, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm going to ask you. We ought to get Dave to be a Chicago Bears fan. Can he do that or not?
Well,
Oh boy, I'll be on. I honestly don't know if I want him as a part of our Bears family.
Okay.
Billy, I don't know. Dave's kind of a bandwagon fan. I've noticed over the years he likes to hop around, and because he has needled me and Jeremy with the pretending that he's a Packers fan, I don't know if I could get past that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've stuck with the Bears a long time. I used to be a Bears fan when they had Gale Sayers, Ted Gutkus, Brian Urlacher, who I got a jersey of, and and then Jim McMahon was a good quarterback. He was hard-headed. He didn't like the commissioner at all.
No, they had
He
a
did
few
not like
run-ins.
him, and I like Caleb Williams. He's a good quarterback. And now we got a good running backs coach. Now maybe I think things are going to look up for us.
I sure hope so, Billy. We're hoping.
We need to have a winning season. Get to the playoffs just once.
We deserve it.
Yeah, and how's your twin girls?
They're doing great. Yeah, both are married now, and they're doing fantastic. Thank
I
you
remember
for
one
asking.
time I met them when you guys were going through the fairgrounds.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And they were young back then.
Yeah, they have certainly grown up. That's for sure.
Yeah. So all right. Well, Dave, have a good day.
you too. Thanks, Billy.
Thanks, Billy.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye. All right, we have our chat box going. Says this is from one of our listeners. Get to the closings. So we'll do that right now. And it's all brought to you by your friends at Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Fixed Right Auto Body, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Custer County Exteriors, also along with Edward Jones.
Okay, I've hit the refresh button, and here we go. Now, again, we want to emphasize here, what we're reading is what we have been informed of, okay? So this is what we know. And some of Smyrna public schools are now closed for today. Ansley Public Schools are closed. Arcadia Public Schools closed. Arnold closed. Callaway Public Schools now posting closed for today. So Callaway Public Schools now showing closed. Cozad Head Start is closed today. The Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center, no bus service, no home delivery. Custer Christian School in Broken Bow, according to this, showing a 10 o'clock start right now with no morning preschool. That's Custer Christian School. Gothenburg Public Schools are closed for today. Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. Some of the other information that we have sent to us, Litchfield Public Schools are closed today. Loop City Public Schools are closed. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor closed today, no school, no activities. Overton schools are closed. Sand Hills School in Dunning closed today, no activities. Sargent Public Schools closed today, and yes, closed today it says. Let's see, some other Stapleton Public Schools closed today. SEM closed today. It says parent-teachers 1 to 7:30 on Thursday will be held. And then Thetford Public Schools are showing closed for today. So that is the latest that we have in the weather-related announcements as we have been informed here at KCNI KBBN Radio.
And we'll hear from some of those great sponsors next.
Custer Public Power encourages you to get energy-wise today, with program incentives for homeowners, businesses, and ag to cover the cost of upgrades. If insulation in your attic is lacking and you add some, you can receive a rebate of 30 cents per square foot up to $300. To be eligible, you just have to have a heat pump, electric furnace, or electric heat. Contact Custer Public Power to learn how you can receive this money incentive with EnergyWise.
Just like technology and all of this talk about AI, the world of construction and home design is always evolving too. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, they are committed to having the very latest in materials as well as the tools you need to tackle the job. Wanting to get in on the barn-dominium craze? Well, Ansley Lumber and Supply has everything from the plans and framing to the windows, insulation, and shingle material you need. If your project is a little smaller than building a new home, they have what you need for those too. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them on Main Street in Ansley.
For 24-hour towing, winch and recovery, lockouts, and more, call Hunter with Hunter's Towing. He's based in Berwyn, ready to roll out to help you out of a tough situation. Hunter wants you to remember the Move Over law in Nebraska. It is the law to move over for any emergency vehicle with their flashing lights, including tow trucks and highway workers. Slow down, move over, and help make the job of law enforcement and emergency workers safer. When you need a tow, call Hunter's Towing at 870-1983.
When our cars and trucks hit that nasty patch of ice in the winter, there's not much we can do. You can control what you do with that damage, though. If it's a smash, crash, smack, ding, dent, scratch, or a tap, Fixed Right Auto Body and Broken Bow can help. We're winter weather's #1 enemy. Just call Fixed Right Auto Body and Broken Bow for a free estimate today. 872-6860. That's Fixed Right Auto Body at 872-6860.
And hopefully you'll not put a dent in your car today, and probably have better chances of not denting your car by slowing down ahead of stopping points and so forth, and watching for somebody else having some trouble slipping out of control. So be careful out there.
Yeah. Just saw this email that just got sent to us a couple of minutes ago. It says St. Joseph Catholic Church, Broken Bow, no faith formation classes today. Those have been canceled. And I think that now kind of gets us caught up to date with everything that we've been informed of in regards to weather-related announcements.
All right, thank you very much. Here's another word or two from our sponsors of the announcements.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly, or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
When storms bear down on your beautiful home and leave behind damage, you want it looking gorgeous again in no time at all. Custer County Exteriors is proud to serve Central Nebraska with their dedication and experience. They are local Central Nebraskans serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Their goal is for your chin to be down as little time as possible because of that storm damage. Call Nate with Custer County Exteriors, 402-641-3246. That's Custer County Exteriors at 402-641-3246.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
7:56. The guys are here from Evans Feed, but different guys this time around, Brent. We have...
I believe so.
Not new faces, familiar faces, but we don't see them very often.
Yeah.
I did see Mr. Sterner walking across the street the other day. Looked very serious. He was...
Oh, yeah?
I suppose he was thinking about feed and so forth. I don't know for sure.
I'm glad you didn't speed up.
No, I didn't. No. I would not do that.
Okay, appreciate that.
How's Evans Feed going?
Great.
Good.
Yep.
First time in a while we've been able to talk about needing that cake out there, really, especially with the snow on the ground, because we haven't had that happen so far.
Yeah, it's good to see a little moisture. I don't know if there's much in it, but it's good to see that finally, except for the guys who are calving heifers. They're probably saying something different, so hopefully they got through the night all right. So
yeah, you guys talk to the farmers and ranchers all the time, every day, and I'm wondering, with this really a drought situation that we're having, 1,200s last month, I think, something like that. We've got 1,800s out of this snow, which was more than I thought, about 2-3 inches of snow maybe. The guys out there and the gals, they prefer just to maybe get the spring and the rain, or the rain in the spring, I should say, rather than go ahead and put up with snow now. What's the conversation out there?
It's been a beautiful winter. Yeah, I mean, grazing corn stalks, guy can't complain about that, or any grazing period. It's been good. So the S word's a bad word, I think, when you're a farmer. So or a rancher. So no, I think we've been pretty fortunate this winter hopefully the spring rains come. So that's the big if and hope, I guess. So,
well, right now the moisture is going to sit on top of the ground. I think it's pretty well frozen now with the weather we've had, but I guess we take what we get. I just wondered what sitting in this room, we don't get to talk to a lot of farmers and ranchers like you guys do, and
I think a lot of guys would say the best time for a drought is right now.
Yeah.
We just hope it changes come April or May.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get some of those warm rains
and even though it is snow, there's a lot of grass out there, and that fire risk, I think, coming into cabin, if guys were gonna get out with the side-by-sides, four-wheelers, pickups, whatever, I know even just kind of prepping the cabin pastures, checking the fence or whatever, guys were a little nervous here this last couple of weeks because the wind was blowing, the grass was tall, and at least this can put you at ease just a little bit, with a little snow cover, I guess. As bad as we hate to have the snow, like you said, but makes you feel a little better from that aspect. So.
Yeah, I suppose, is it too late to save the winter wheat with snowfall? Because it was pretty wide open out there. I don't know.
There probably will be a little kill, I bet, in some places. So, yep, for sure.
Well, I know when you're a kid, you always want it to snow, right?
Oh, for
Just
sure.
get that sled out or that toboggan and go have some fun. But when you're working in it, it's a little different.
Yeah, your mentality shifts a little bit.
I got a couple kids at home that'll probably think that this is the first snow they've had and get the sleds out and freeze. But that's just, when you're a kid, you love it. So.
Yeah. Well, just doing a little scooping out here this morning, I was surprised how fast the hands did get cold this morning. It's pretty cold out there.
It's chilly.
Wind chills.
Sure.
Yeah. So what's happening with you guys? Kind of run down what you're up to.
Yeah. So yesterday we kicked off our mineral sale. It'll go from now until the end of March. So March 30th, it's a pretty good sale. Any of our minerals, we have 50-plus kinds, if you can believe that. So wide variety that can cover your needs. Also this week is our tub sale. Just this week, the 10th through the 17th.
Okay.
$5 off a tub, so $40 off a ton.
Yeah.
Save a little bit on the Vitalix tubs. So any Vitalix tub is on that sale. So
okay,
just kick that off for this week only. So
all right, plenty of cake on hand for the guys to cake the cattle out there now.
Yep, that's been a hot commodity for sure. We have it in bags as well in the Welker bin there at the warehouse. So yeah.
Of course, you guys kind of have a lot going on. You have the already sacked feeds that you bring in and put on the floor, and then you can mix up whatever people want too. Is still a lot of that going on, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of mixing going on. Just like say this time of year, everybody's feeding, and the 4-H mixes and stuff. 4-H weigh-in was just last weekend, and that kind of kicks off everybody's program there, and we mix up a lot of 4-H feed mixes and stuff like that for them and customize those to their needs and then bag it or bring it back in bulk or put it in the big tote sacks, the 10 tote sacks. So that adds another aspect to the mixing, I guess, and it's, rolling pretty good. So
now, I know you guys are probably more cattle guys, but there's Mike always says there's a whole lot more chicken raisers out there than you might imagine, and right now we're all scratching for eggs.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that too. So we make a homemade, we call it our Evans Layer 16. Shout out to Aaron Staub. He makes it. It's the best stuff in the world, in our opinion. So we make it right there in-house. Everything's sourced locally. and people really like it. So
I think Mike was saying the other day that's an old family recipe. He said that goes clear back to your grandpa. But,
Eggs are worth their gold right now. So
Yeah, they are.
Whatever you can get out of them.
It's crazy. Well, I noticed the national news now. Of course, they'll get on whatever is the hot item, but theft of eggs is becoming quite common in the larger metro areas. I don't think we have any of that going on out here, but
better watch our chickens. I mean, they're coming out here getting the chickens.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, there are a lot of people that still raise chickens, as you guys mentioned, and double benefit with chickens. You get the eggs, and then you have chicken soup later on.
Yeah,
pretty good deal.
Yep,
pretty good deal. And you mentioned the feeding for 4-H. I think a lot of people forget that it's almost a year-round situation where they're getting ready for the next year, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I say, it was just weigh in, but a lot of people start planning and start picking out, and whether you keep it out of your herd or you purchase something somewhere, you start planning a few months ago even. So yeah, you're way out in advance, and then carries all the way from now through into July. So yeah, it's a long process, but it's a good program for them and gives them some responsibility and teaches them some tasks and stuff like that. Yeah. So definitely is something they get to see the progress of the project, I guess. So
now I'm going to ask you a tough question, and I know you'll be honest about it, because I think people from the outside looking in when there's the livestock auction, that's the grand finale of the Custer County Fair, always has been, and they're seeing these animals sold at these really nice prices, and they get the total amount that the animal sold for. And I know it's a really good thing because the kids usually get to keep the money and use it for school and so forth. But the amount of time, money, and everything that goes into an animal like that, I think it might be a surprising what the margin is there.
Yeah, I think you'd be accurate on that statement. So the fact of the matter that you put a fair amount into them, but the check at the end looks like a fair amount, but it does add up both places, I guess. So
yeah, it's really great for the youth, and it's also good for a college account or savings account and that sort of thing. But mom and dad probably have to put quite a bit into that along the way.
The time factor definitely does not get valued much either, especially with the little ones. So.
Yeah, exactly. We always chuckle about the fair because it still amazes me, and I've been going forever. But the first day when the weigh-ins are going and everybody's getting started and everybody's running around and the parents are all looking snappy and everything, especially when it gets hot. If you have a hot one, by Wednesday evening or Thursday going into the livestock auction, people put a lot of work into those 3-4 days, don't they? And it shows sometimes, especially if it's hot.
Last year was my first year with a 4-H'er at the fair, and it was, you go in all gung-ho excited, and by the end you're just saying, whew, well, finally, here we are.
We got it done.
And and the heat kind of does get to a person. So
yeah, but it's a great tradition. And Mike always says, cattle are king here in this part of the country, and certainly the fair highlights poultry and swine and everything. But a lot of attention around the ring when the cattle come through. That's for sure. Yeah. Anything that you guys want to talk about that we haven't touched on here this morning?
You have anything? Mineral, as far as mineral or tubs go, if you have any questions, just reach out to Travis or myself or the guys in the front retail office are very knowledgeable too with any questions, so we can get what you need for your ranch. We try to have multiple different kinds of everything so it fits about what everybody needs.
Okay.
But we still have the old basics that everybody's liked over the years too. So,
sure.
So
we are kicking off our new loaded mineral, I guess.
True, yeah.
You want to talk about that? Or?
Yeah, we're kind of rebranding a loaded minerals is what it's called. It'll be loaded with Avela 4. It's kind of an organic trace mineral company we're putting in our mineral just to kind of boost overall health. We've always put it in there, but we're kind of re-educating on it. So
it's kind of a verification. I mean, people can have it in there, but there's a recommended levels and amounts, and through the company they will verify that you got it in there. Kind of like putting their stamp of approval on the product. Well, now we're going to be a verified ZenPro Avail4 product, and it'll have the for sure recommended 7-gram levels and stuff. So we'll have that rolling out right away here. So, yeah.
Do you guys kind of specialize in at your work? I mean, you kind of pay attention to some things, and Travis pays attention to some other things. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I mean, we work together a lot.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how he does a lot of the ration work and all that higher level thinking, because my brain doesn't quite get there yet. So
oh, it will.
I do the simple stuff and leave the hard stuff to Sterner here.
It's all a team effort. I don't know about the hard, or I don't know if I want his job either. So
But no, we all work together really
Yeah.
great. We have a great crew down there that it's just one big team, really. So
It looks like it. I always mention this to Mike. It's fun to drive by and see what's going on. There's always something going on at all the different locations that you guys have product at, and always a lot of nice conversations out front of the feed store, which I enjoy seeing. And I know you guys probably talk to a lot of people every day.
yep, there's no better place for a cup of coffee or whatever on the dock there. Well, not when it's 30 degrees, but maybe when it's 80.
Yeah, well, yeah, 70, 75
Yeah,
somewhere
75,
in there.
sunny, yeah.
to be picky, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in. I know it's probably a little busy for you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Evans Feed, Broken Bow, and Oconto. We'll take a quick time out, catch up on the news next here on this, what day is this, Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
All right.
There you go.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Hi, this is Andrew from Pearson Physical Therapy. Did you know we offer dry needling? Have you heard of it? Are you curious if it might be right for you? It often gets compared to acupuncture, but there are definitely many differences. Our goals in therapy are often pain reduction and improved mobility, and that's just what dry needling is all about. Come talk to us, and we can see if it's right for you. 872-5800, or stop by and see us on West Highway 2.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the amazing deals this Friday and Saturday at the Secret Garden. 50% off snow decor, artificial greenery, and a large section of everyday decor. Shop online as well at shopthesecretgardenonline.com. Check out the new beautiful amaryllis bulbs. They make the perfect gift for your Valentine, mom, grandma, a friend, or even yourself. Bring the beauty of spring indoors. Open Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Mern on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A school teacher from Pennsylvania went to the White House last night to thank President Trump for his release from captivity in Russia. Mark Vogel also thanked his 95-year-old mother.
The love that I was given sustained me for 3.5 years in a prison that had me in hospitals for more than 100 days.
The Kremlin says a Russian prisoner has been freed in the U.S. CBS's Rob Marciano's monitoring rough weather from Kansas to mid-Atlantic states.
Over a foot of snow in parts of Virginia, just northwest of Roanoke, parts of the Appalachia, and there at 13 inches of snow.
The Senate's expected to vote today on confirming Tulsi Gabbard as head of national intelligence. CBS's Nicole Killian from Capitol Hill.
If Gabbard is approved, the Senate will move ahead with a confirmation vote on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination for Health and Human Services Secretary.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KNOP, a Gothenburg couple is dead after a crash in Dawson County on Monday. Gothenburg police, deputies, and emergency personnel, along with the Nebraska State Patrol, were called to the area of Lakeview Drive and Highway 47 shortly after 8:10 a.m. for a report of a wrecked vehicle in the Nebraska Public Power District Canal. Upon arrival, authorities discovered 2 people deceased inside the vehicle. The Gothenburg Police Department identified the driver as Jesse Manga, age 70, and his passenger, his wife, Annette Manga, age 65. An investigation determined that the 2 were westbound on 27th Street at 11 p.m. on Sunday, crossed Highway 47, then hit the North Canal head-on, police said. The vehicle slid down into the dry canal where it remained until it was discovered. Authorities believe the victims were not wearing their seatbelts and suspect speed and alcohol played a factor in the crash in the ongoing investigation. The Gothenburg Volunteer Fire Department, Dawson County Sheriff's Office, Top Notch Towing, the Dawson County Attorneys, and Blaise Strasser Memorial Chapel assisted in the investigation. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
In the NBA game at Chicago, Detroit led late in the first half, 67-22. The Pistons wound up winning the game, 132-92. The Bulls from three-point range had started 0 for 20. Memphis took the late game at Phoenix, 119-112, despite 34 points from Kevin Durant. New York's Karl Anthony Towns scored 40 points in a win at Indiana, 128-115. And Toronto won a close one at Philadelphia, 106-103. The Raptors gave Brandon Ingram a 3-year extension, including a player option. He was just acquired last week from New Orleans. To college basketball, Kentucky beat number 5 ranked Tennessee. Michigan over number 7 Purdue. Indiana won at 11th ranked Michigan State, 71-67. Kansas State upset number 13 Arizona. UConn won at number 24 Creighton. And the Angels agreed to a 1-year deal with closer Kenley Jansen.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A winter weather advisory remains in effect. Snow likely today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 11, northerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lows level off around 12 below. About an inch of snow today. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Running way behind this morning. It's 8:14. Let's go outside with Jack Simpson and see what it really feels like. Jack?
Well, good morning. 3 degrees outside with cloudy skies. Winds coming out of the north from up to 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.02. Humidity at 84%. A -9 wind chill and definitely some flurries. Judging by where I'm standing, the Berean Bible Church kind of looks like a light fog, but off towards the Callaway Road, the visibility looks awful up that way. Received 2.5 to 3 inches of snow overnight, with the precipitation for this month up to 20. We received 1,800 in the last 24 hours. High yesterday 6, overnight low 1. Sunrise today was at 7:37, and sunset today 6:09.
All right, Jack.
Hey, Jack, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. Brent.
Have you been standing out there since 8 o'clock this morning waiting for us to come your direction?
No. I waited till Fox Sports to come on before I came outside.
He's learning, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to stand out there too long today. Your fingers will get cold. Come on in, Jack.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There are still some listeners out there that doubt that Jack is actually out there.
I've had a couple reach out to me and say, "Is he really outside?" He actually is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he goes outside to look around to give you the true current conditions.
Didn't hear the owl this morning, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
Apologies, I did get a note from Lola saying we can't see your guests, and I forgot to push the button to show the whole room during our conversation with Josie Evans and Travis Sterner with Evans Feed. So apologize, Lola. I don't know about you folks out there, but when running a little bit behind gets me out of sync, so I apologize for that. But thanks to Josie and for Travis for coming in with Evans Feed. They got a lot of sales going on, good things happening right now. We're going to take a look at the changes due to the weather in just a minute or two, so stay tuned. We'll have that for you. Also, good morning to Linda, who mentioned many years of memories and ventures with Dave and many years of sharing Christ, God's servant. She sent that in. And Margie says, get to the closings. So we'll do that again right after these messages here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
With offices in Broken Bow and Callaway, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here for the area. This is Chip, and I invite you into the Broken Bow office Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Thursdays to speak with me about getting the coverage that fits you and your situation best. If Callaway is more convenient, Liana and Lori are in the office there Monday through Friday. 2 locations serving central Nebraska and beyond. Thanks for choosing Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
It's time to celebrate the holiday of love with the help of Barney Pharmacy. They've marked their gift and toy selections 20% off for your gift giving. Yes, that includes Montana Silversmith jewelry. The case is full of bright, beautiful items. While you're putting together your gift, don't forget candy and the fact that you can have it all wrapped up beautifully for free. Happy Valentine's Day from Barney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow. 20% off gifts and toys happening now.
You know what I like about Lola Chapin?
What's that, Dave?
She's a straight shooter.
She is.
She says today we can't see your guest, and you're absolutely correct, Lola. You could not see the guest because I didn't push the right button. Yesterday she complimented us on our music. So, Lola, I'll take anything you want to send in because you're a straight shooter. That's why we love you. That's why we love you. All right, we do have changes due to the weather coming up next, brought to you by Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Fixed Right Auto Body, Custer County Exteriors, and Edward Jones are sponsors of these reports. So let's just take half of it, and we'll take a break during the halfway point.
Sure, that'll be good. We'll hit the refresh button, and here we go. Again, this is what we have been informed of. And Summermurda Public Schools closed today. Ansley schools are closed. Arcadia schools closed. Arnold Public Schools closed today. Callaway schools are now closed for today. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center, no bus service or home delivery today. Cozad Head Start is closed. Custer Christian School in Broken Bow showing a 10 o'clock start today, no morning preschool. Gothenburg Public Schools are closed today. Gothenburg Senior Center is closed. Other announcements that we have been informed of, Litchfield Public Schools are closed today. Loop City Public Schools closed. Loop County Schools in Taylor closed today, no school, no activities. Overton Public Schools are closed. Sandhill Schools in Dunning closed today, no activities. Sargent Public Schools are closed today. St. Joseph Catholic Church in Broken Bow announcing that there will be no faith formation classes today. Those have been canceled. Stapleton Public Schools are closed today. SEM schools are closed, and Thetford Public Schools are closed today. And I didn't take a break in the middle, did I? I'm sorry. I got to rolling, and I just went through the entire list.
That's all right. We'll take a break.
There you go. There's your announcements.
We'll thank our sponsors, and they will let you know what they have for you. And thanks again for our sponsorships for our weather changes.
Tips for weathering winter storms brought to you by Custer Public Power. It's important before a storm even begins to know the differences among watches and warnings. Winter storm watches mean the heavy snow, freezing rain, or sleet are likely within the next few days and to be alert. Warnings mean stormy conditions are starting soon and to consider canceling plans to travel outside of the home. Blizzard warnings advise those in the area to seek refuge immediately due to snow, strong winds, and near zero visibility. Stay safe this winter season. These tips brought to you by Custer Public Power.
Just like technology and all of this talk about AI, the world of construction and home design is always evolving too. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, they are committed to having the very latest in materials as well as the tools you need to tackle the job. Wanting to get in on the barn dominium craze? Well, Ansley Lumber and Supply has everything from the plans and framing to the windows, insulation, and shingle material you need. If your project is a little smaller than building a new home, they have what you need for those too. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them on Main Street in Ansley.
When you're stranded on the side of the road, there's only one number you need to know.
That's Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. When you call at any time of day or night, Hunter and his faithful dog Scooter will be on their way. Hunter is based in Berwyn, but you'll rarely see his trucks there. You'll see them out serving the citizens of Custer County and the surrounding area. 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
A reminder, you can go to sandhillsexpress.com, click on the weather tab, and you'll see closings, and you can look at the same things that Brent just read to you here on KCNI KBBN.
It happens. We slip, we slide, we run into things. When you come to a stop, don't let that damage hang out on your car. See Todd and the crew at Fixed Ride Auto Body. They'll get you back on the road with your vehicle looking awesome. Living here in central Nebraska, we battle winter weather every year. It wants to make us slip and slide and crash. Fixed Ride is here to help. Fixed Ride Auto Body, 872-6860. We're just north of the tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
When storms bear down on your beautiful home and leave behind damage, you want it looking gorgeous again in no time at all. Custer County Exteriors is proud to serve Central Nebraska with their dedication and experience. They are local Central Nebraskans serving fellow Central Nebraskans. Their goal is for your chin to be down as little time as possible because of that storm damage. Call Nate with Custer County Exteriors, 402-641-3246. That's Custer County Exteriors at 402-641-3246.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you, or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
All right, a big thank you goes out to Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Fixed Right Auto Body, Custer County Exteriors, and Edward Jones for bringing our announcements your way this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show and on KCNI KBBN Radio. And we are playing a little catch-up here. Been running behind all morning long, which is pretty typical when you have announcements come in and so forth. So hopefully we'll get kind of settled in here. And then I'll be leaving you because I'm going to go to Varney Health Mart and see what they got going on.
Okay, sounds good.
I told you Lola is a straight shooter.
Yes.
Well, because she is a straight shooter, she likes to just make things real clear.
Okay.
She wants you to know what's for Wednesday.
All right.
At Chapin's Furniture on the south side of the square in Broken Bow. As you can see, winter is not done yet, and right now you can get great deals on winter clothing, and that sounds pretty darn good right now if you go outside at all. Still lots of great winter merchandise, and Lola continues her savings at 39% off all winter merchandise on sale. And today is the last day for an entry into the Chambers Love Local giveaways. Each $25 purchase gives you an entry for the grand prize the Chamber is giving away on February 14th, and we'll be on the air with those drawings as well. Be listening every Wednesday for a great deal, and check out their window to find out the answer to What's for Wednesday. Each Wednesday, check out the windows to find out the next new big sale of the day.
All right. Can I take a moment and wish a couple of great guys a happy birthday today?
Sure.
First off, to my dad, happy birthday, Jim Apperson. His birthday is today, so happy birthday to my dad, and happy birthday to a dear friend, Mr. Kirk Crawley, who is celebrating his birthday today. So, and I'm sure there are others celebrating as well, so if you're celebrating today, happy birthday to you.
Yes. Normally we would have time to tell you who you're celebrating with, but we are running a little behind today. But since it is Kurt Crawley's birthday and Jim's birthday down in Arkansas, let's play a little something kind of cool for him, shall we?
All right.
All right. Here's one called Welcome to the Hard Times. It's off the Welcome to the Hard Times LP. The song is called Paint It Blue from Charlie Crockett.
At the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, here's what's showing yet tonight and tomorrow night. You've got the animated film Dog Man, which is showing a police officer and his faithful police dog get injured in the line of duty, and a harebrained but life-saving surgery fuses the two of them together to create Dog Man.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. That'll be showing today and tomorrow, and that particular film will continue to run through the weekend as well. Meanwhile, a couple of films that will be ending their run soon at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow, Brave the Dark, rated PG-13, and Flight Risk, rated R. A couple of more opportunities tonight and tomorrow to check those movies out at the Fox Theater. Then when we go to Friday through the weekend, you got 2 brand new big, and I mean big, movies coming to the Fox Theater. Captain America, Brave New World, is coming to the Fox Theater. It'll premiere on Valentine's Day on Friday. Harrison Ford, the rumor is you get to see him turn into the Red Hulk in this movie. So there you go. It's much anticipated, and it is coming to the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Captain America, Brave New World. It'll start on Friday, run through the weekend, and on into next week. Also for the family, Paddington the Bear is back.
Oh, yes.
Paddington is in Peru this time. Paddington discovers his beloved aunt has gone missing from the home for retired bears, so he and the Brown family head to the jungles of Peru to find her. So Paddington in Peru, it will premiere on Friday and will run through the weekend into next week. And as we mentioned, the animated film Dog Man will continue as well at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Make sure you check out their website, fabulous website. You can purchase tickets on the website. You can look at trailers. If you're not necessarily familiar with a film, you can watch the trailer to see what it's about. And, of course, there's always free popcorn Tuesday night at the Fox Theater, sponsored by the Nebraska State Bank. So check out their website. It is watchthefox.com.
All right, we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here this morning, which, wait a minute, I guess we do that every day. But anyway, if you can grab to your right, there's a live read. Our today's feature business will be giving away a $25 gift card a little bit later on. So listen carefully to what Brent tells you here.
Yeah, sponsoring our Love Local promotion today is Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. Love is in the air.
It is.
At Grazer's in Arnold this Valentine's Day. Treat your special someone to a romantic dinner on Friday, February 14th, featuring your choice of, are you ready?
Yes.
Prime rib, shrimp,
whoa,
ribeye, walleye, or crab legs, served with garlic mashed potatoes, green beans, or asparagus. They'll have a salad bar, a roll, and a decadent cheesecake to top it off for dessert. Seating times are from 6 to 8 p.m. This is Valentine's Day, this Friday. So call this number today to get your reservation, 308-848-2900. That's 308-848-2900. Grazer's Bar in Arnold, where great food meets great company. Take advantage of their wonderful Valentine's Day night supper, and that is coming up on Friday, February 14th.
You know what? Valentine's Day or not, we need to get out by Friday with this weather.
I think so. Yeah, I think everybody will be ready to do that.
And that is a delicious menu to take in.
Oh, amazing menu.
Fantastic. So be listening later. We're going to ask you a question about Grazer's later on in the show. Also, the wrestling report coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, and I'll be heading out here shortly to Varney Pharmacy, and talking with the guys and gals there about what's going on there. Custer County Court in Broken Bow is accepting applications for a full-time assistant clerk senior position. Current hiring rate of $41,504.02 annually. Apply as soon as possible. Applications will close when the position is filled. Go online to statejobs.nebraska.gov for the detailed posting under the Nebraska Supreme Court to apply. You can also find this listing on sandhillsexpress.com as well on the employment page.
Over 5 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's or dementia, and that number's growing. But finding the right care can be overwhelming. Well, at Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, they provide compassionate, specialized memory care because your loved one deserves more than just a home. They deserve a family, and that's what they provide at Quality Senior Villages. So visit them in Broken Bow, or you can go online to find out more. Go to QualitySeniorVillages.com, or you can call 872-6387. You can also find them on Facebook. Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, where care meets compassion.
We'll take a time out. I'll turn things over to Brent here in the studio and hop in a car and head to Varney Pharmacy. Stay tuned. That's all coming up, plus that wrestling report and more good things that we're bringing your way along the way here on the show.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Ranchers, have you been hearing it from your herd? More bulls, please. Well, Miller Angus has got you covered. The Miller Angus Bull Sale is Sunday, February 16th at 2 p.m. Central Time at Valentine Livestock Auction in Valentine, Nebraska. There'll be 135 age-advantaged bulls up for sale. These guys are the real deal, built for longevity and backed by a real-world working cow herd raised right here in the Sandhills. Soundness, heavy weaning weights, and fertility are the forefront of every breeding decision. These balanced trait, age-advantage, problem-free bulls are designed to make your ranching life easier. It's time to make your pasture the place to be. These bulls will do just that. That's Sunday, February 16th at 2 Central Time at Valentine Livestock Auction in Valentine, Nebraska. Call Phil at 402-389-0882 or come out to the ranch to view the bulls anytime. You'll probably catch Phil out in the pens admiring his favorites.
Start the new year off-road with the Polaris sales event. Agland ATV is stocked up with all of the different machines you will need to kick off the new year, not to mention all of the in-stock accessories they have to help you tackle every job you will face in 2025. Polaris is even offering a coupon this month towards cab components to help keep you warm. Stop in today at Agland ATV for great Polaris deals. Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
At Burning Bank, we believe in the power of community. When you shop locally, you're not just buying products, you're supporting your neighbors, boosting local businesses, and helping our community grow. Every purchase you make keeps the heart of our town beat stronger. Burning Bank has been part of the Broken Bow community for 20 years, and we take pride in assisting our customers and communities to build, grow, and thrive. With our easy-to-use banking services, we make it simple to spend smart, save big, and invest in the places that matter most, right here at home. This year, choose local, shop small. Together, let's continue to build a strong and vibrant community. Build, grow, thrive. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
Just like technology and all of this talk about AI, the world of construction and home design is always evolving too. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, they are committed to having the very latest in materials as well as the tools you need to tackle the job. Wanting to get in on the barn dominium craze? Well, Ansley Lumber and Supply has everything from the plans and framing to the windows, insulation, and shingle material you need. If your project is a little smaller than building a new home, they have what you need for those too. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them on Main Street in Ansley. All right, we're back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. 8:40 is the time. Dave headed to Varney Pharmacy, and we'll be checking in with the folks there to find out what's happening at Varney, so stay tuned for that information on the way this hour on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Do you struggle sometimes with hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings? Well, if so, we encourage you to stop in and see Roxanne with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center because she can help, offering extended discounts for new and returning patients for just staying local. Also, pricing available to fit all budgets. So don't let the fear of how much will this cost deter you from getting your hearing checked. There's no need to travel outside of the area because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here at her office in Broken Bow. So to make an appointment, call this number, 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. The Nebraska Land Hearing Center in Broken Bow, located in downtown Broken Bow. You'll find their office in the Broken Bow Chamber Building. Again, that number to make an appointment, 308-384-3852. All right, close your eyes and imagine this. You step into the cozy Sylvester's Bar. The lights dim. The stage is calling your name. You've got a microphone in your hand, a mix of excitement and nerves, and the crowd's eyes are all on you. But most importantly, your Valentine can't help but laugh and or cheer you on because you are on stage to sing karaoke. There you go. Whether nailing the high notes or butchering the lyrics, karaoke is always a lot of fun. The fun comes in being goofy together and creating memories, and that's what they're going to do on Valentine's Day night at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Thunder Karaoke is coming back this Friday night at Sylvester's, East Highway 2. So take out your Valentine and enjoy Thunder Karaoke at Sylvester's here in Broken Bow, Nebraska on Friday night. If you go to sandhillsexpress.com and check out the employment page, you'll see a handful of job opportunities being posted right now. And among them, Tri-S Ag is looking for a detail-oriented office assistant to join their farming operation. If you have strong computer skills and enjoy working in a dynamic environment, they would love to hear from you. It's a part-time position, approximately 30 hours per week, computer proficiency required, friendly and professional work atmosphere. You'll find them east of Myrna on Victoria Springs Road, and here's the number for you to call, 308-643-2487. That's 308-643-2487. Call or, call or stop by their office for more details, as Tri-S Ag in Myrna is looking for someone to join their team as a detail-oriented office assistant. We'll step away for a break. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Hey Ryan, are you ready for a new year?
I sure am, but there's something I want people to know.
Okay, what's that?
Well, that RTA's Hardware is much more than a place where you can buy what you need for your home projects.
You mean how like we have microwaves?
Yeah, microwaves, coffee makers, kitchen utensils, home decor, toys, disc golf items, the list goes on.
So what you're saying is we have way more than what we can mention in this ad?
That's exactly what I'm saying. See you in 2025.
RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow. Check their aisles for what you're looking for first.
Start your day right or keep it rolling strong at Howdy Coffee in Broken Bow. Dive into breakfast favorites like egg scramble or breakfast sandwiches with their signature kolache dough made in-house daily. They have lunch now for your afternoon hunger. Grilled cheese, soup, Philly sandwiches, or French dips. And for your sweet treat, go with delicious cronuts. Open Monday to Friday 6:30 to 4:30 and weekends 7 to 4. Satisfy your breakfast, lunch, and cravings beyond at Howdy Coffee on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Are you having foot pain that is slowing you down? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. If you are suffering from plantar fasciitis, foot pain, ankle pain, let Team Physical Therapy know. Team Physical Therapists can also assess your running and walking to help you with your foot and ankle pain and keep you active. Call Team Physical Therapy and see what we can do to help relieve that nagging foot pain. 872-5111.
Coming up soon, we'll be going to Varney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow. Dave is headed there. He'll be filling us in on what's happening there at Varney, so stay tuned for that. Since we have just a couple of free minutes, let's run down the weather-related announcements for you that we have been informed of here at our studios. Again, you can access these like we do by going to sandhillsexpress.com, click on the Weather tab, and go to Closings. School information to get us started. Anselmo Myrna Public Schools are closed today. Ansley Schools are closed. Arcadia Schools closed today. Arnold Public Schools are closed. Callaway Public Schools are closed today. Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed. No bus service or home delivery. Cozad Head Start is closed today. Custer Christian School in Broken Bow showing a 10 o'clock start today. No morning preschool. Other information, Gothenburg Public Schools, no school today. Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. Other information that we have been informed of, Litchfield Public Schools are closed today. Loop City Public Schools are closed. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor closed today. No school, no activities. Overton Public Schools are closed today. Sandhill Schools in Dunning are closed. Sargent Public Schools closed today. St. Joseph Catholic Church in Broken Bow announcing that they will not have faith formation classes today. Those have been canceled. Stapleton Public Schools closed today. SEM schools are closed, and Thetford Public Schools are closed today. Those are the weather-related announcements at this time. You're listening to Central Nebraska's News Source.
Attention cattlemen of all ages. Hi guys, this is Renette with the Nebraska Classic down in Kearney. We want to invite cattlemen to bring their families to Kearney the week of February 15th through the 23rd. Judging contest gets underway on Saturday the 15th, but cattlemen, get your calendars marked. Starting on Wednesday, February 19th, is show day. It's also FFA day, so any FFA youth that want to come to the Classic, we've got a great day lined up for you. Thursday, February 20th is a big day. Free cattlemen's lunch at 11 o'clock, followed by sales start promptly at noon on Thursday, February 20th. Remember, the pin bulls will also sell on Thursday the 20th. Friday the 21st will feature the commercial heifer pin sale at 2 o'clock, prospect steer sale, fancy heifer sale. Lots of special events happening at the Classic this year. Plus, you won't be disappointed in lots of new vendors in our commercial trade show. Cattlemen, it's your event coming up February 15th through the 23rd in Kearney.
The time is 8:47, and they are ready to go at Varney Pharmacy. So let's find out what's happening as we say good morning to Dave Burney.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Brent. Just so you know, we're going to run a little long because we're already behind. And there's a lot of things here that Julie wants to tell us about at Varney's. So, Julie, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Did you slip slide in? It's not too slick, I don't think.
Well, you know, the roads are pretty packed, actually. I think if we're just careful, we'll be fine. But, I mean, I didn't slip any, but...
But you're careful and a good driver.
I was at one time. I'm more careful than ever. I'm not sure I'm a good driver.
I'm the same way. I'm pretty cautious.
I've slowed down. Let's put it that way. But yeah, there is some snowpack out there, folks. So drive with care.
Yes.
You can still get into Varney's today or through the rest of this week to get Valentine's taken care of, right?
That's right. And right now I restocked the Montana Silversmiths case, and it looks really nice. I think a few pieces have gone out, but there's still a large amount in here that you can choose from. And there's, of course, the hearts, and we have the crosses and rings, and just beautiful earrings, and there's a good selection. I ordered in some of their newer ones that they just came out with. So,
yeah. You know, this case has been here a number of years now, but it never ceases to kind of catch your eye. Not kind of catch your eye, it just does because of the way it's lit and how the jewelry's displayed. It really shows it off nice.
Yes, and I'm glad, quite a few years back, Montana came in and they put in LED lights for us, and it really showcases the pieces a lot better. And they're going to look like that on you. When the light hits, they just sparkle, and you always get comments.
Yeah, and it'll make somebody happy, too, if you take a look and purchase it and take it and give it as a gift for Valentine's Day. We've got all sorts of different designs, a lot of crosses, that's very popular yet, but all sorts of different shapes and sizes of necklaces and so forth that can be purchased. Money clips.
Yes, we have the men's gifts as well, the bracelets, necklaces, money clips, and turquoise is always popular, but it seems to be a little more popular this year. I see it. The country western singers, they are really
they're really shining with it. So come in and take a look, folks. There's something here for your loved one that you want to give something to. Rings and just beautiful. And there's a limited number here, so don't wait. Come in when you can and shop. And let's see, I did an ad on some specials you have in the store.
Yes, you're right. Thanks for bringing that up. Of course, the Montana's 20% off.
Yeah,
so come in and take advantage of that.
Yeah, take advantage during Valentine's Day. 20% off the Montana Silversmiths. Okay.
And actually, throughout the store, any gifts or toys you buy are 20% off.
That's right, the toy department.
The toy and any gifts out here. It excludes the candy. We can't do that, but we have some great Valentine's Day candy.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Kathy put up a nice display right when you walk in our south door. If you walk straight ahead, you'll see it. We have the baker's chocolate on it and some Russell Stover hearts. And in the Russell Stover hearts, they're the pecan delights inside the heart. And with the baker's chocolate, they're all the I don't want to misspeak because I'm not sure if it's just the milk chocolate or the mint.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate, and it's made in Nebraska, and it's delicious. You can't go wrong.
It's good.
And we have the smaller boxes that That's 5 ounces, and they're wrapped in pink, black, and silver. And then we have the larger boxes with the heart, Melt My Heart chocolates, and that's the 16 ounce. So whichever size you want to get. And, it's kind of nice if you just, for a friend or maybe your grandma, to get them a little box of it.
You bet. Doesn't take much to make somebody feel special.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all.
And the nice thing about some people like to hide their chocolate from themselves so that they can, have a pleasant little experience every once in a while.
Yeah, Dave, I do that. I hide chocolates, cookies, and potato chips.
They all sound great.
I know, and when you find them, they're really great.
Yeah, you've waited, you've tortured yourself. So these would be great little stash-aways here.
Yes, and another thing I was going to say, because this is something a little different, but it would make a great Valentine's gift. And anybody that has purchased this legendary lemon curd has come back to thank me for talking them into purchasing it, saying how good it is, because it is. It's if you like lemon, you will love this. It's a real thick, kind of like a pudding, but it's so lemony. And then we have the natural lemon flavored ginger snaps to go along with it, where you can just dip them into the lemon curd. So that's a unusual good gift.
Very good gift.
And then once again, when you walk in the south door, I have a few things on display for gift ideas for Valentine's Day. And of course, there's the chocolate, there's the Thai plush animals, the Beanie Babies with the big eyes that I've sold a lot of them. We're kind of limited right now because I sold a lot of them on Monday.
Wow,
Yes.
that's great.
Yes, so... But anyway, there's still some left. There's still an assortment. You can come in and look at them, and there's good toys. And I have to tell you, I brought in, and I have waited over a year to get this in. This is how long I have waited for my order. Do you know what a jackalope is?
I should. A jackalope. Do you have one?
I have one.
There it is.
There it is. It's a rabbit crossed with an antelope.
Oh, yes,
a jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like you see them all over Wyoming, up by Wall Drug.
Yeah. You got one here.
I have one here, and it's fun because I don't know. I know a lot of families that, with their kids, they teased them growing up, saying how there's jackalope. So I've sold 3 already, and I have 2 or 3 left. So
okay, one
they're
on
really
display.
Cute.
20% off where we're standing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All toys. So.
Everything we've described so far and beyond in the toy department's 20% off.
Yes.
Along with the beautiful jewelry at 20%
Yes.
off. Montana's.
And then also Debbie's brought in some Valentine's Day cards, so there's assortment of those. There's, I have to walk all the way over there, won't we? We need our
That's
exercise.
Nice, wide open store. You can do that.
Yes.
Hi, Debbie.
Morning. Maybe Debbie could talk about her cards. She knows more than
You want to talk about your cards?
Oh, well, they're right over there.
Yes. Thank you, Debbie.
I do have some Valentine cards left. I have packets that have, several in them. I believe there's 8 in them. And then I have just individual cards. So come on in and see. There's still lots of good things.
Husbands, wives, and for anyone.
Right.
Yeah, for every, because we need to stress that. It doesn't have to be for your wife or your husband or your significant
boyfriend,
other.
right.
It can be for Grandma, Aunt Susie. It doesn't matter.
Anyone you want to give a Valentine's.
Yes.
Right.
Heck yes.
Yes.
And you have
Anybody you
cards?
want to lift up.
Yeah, and you have cards for most every category.
I do. We also have birthday cards, anniversary cards, wedding cards, sympathy cards, you name it.
Just thinking of you cards.
Yes, we do have thinking of you.
Those are nice.
Thinking of you, thank
Yeah.
you cards.
Get well.
Get well. And good luck, encouragement. She has cards on, say, if you purchased a new house.
Oh, congratulations type things.
Yes, yes, and job promotions.
Yes. You won't find a better selection of cards anywhere.
No, I was just going to mention, it's getting hard to find a selection of cards, let alone one like this. So
Correct.
yeah, it's very good. Thanks,
So
Debbie.
I like
Thank
to
you.
brag on that.
Come see us.
Oh, yeah.
And talking about that, it reminds me that we do have a new Facebook page. We have been taking a lot of pictures and posting them. So our new Facebook page is Varney Pharmacy.
Okay.
The Varney Health Mart is no longer.
Right.
So we
and
are.
I'm having trouble with that.
It is hard because.
But I did get it right the second time this morning.
Good for you. And I don't always get it right when I answer
Yeah.
the phone. It's just drilled into us. But we are now Varney Pharmacy. And you go on our Facebook page and you can follow us. And we post quite a bit on there, gifts and sales and anything that's new and
You
exciting.
can do a little pre-shopping before you come in the store.
Yes.
Okay. Very
Yes.
good. Very
And,
good.
you know, if you see something online that we've posted and you want us to save it back for you, we can do that as well.
Okay. All right.
And then another thing I want to mention is on February 22nd, it's a Saturday, we will be closed that day.
All right. So note to get your scripts before in that week before the 22nd.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we, of course, we'll be open with regular hours that next Monday. And forward,
Okay.
we just have, we're just short of help
Yep.
for that
and
Saturday, and we
happens.
can't help it, and it
Yep.
happens. So,
The 22nd, Varney Pharmacy will be closed, but regular business hours up to Saturday, and then start regular business hours the next week.
correct.
Okay. Now remember, folks, 20% off the Montana Silversmith jewelry, 20% off the toy department, anything in the toy department, the wonderful cards for Valentine's Day or any other occasion available. And don't forget to walk around the store, take a look at some of the decor for your home or your business that is available on display here as well.
And that's also 20% off.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
You know, I
forgot
missed that
to
clock up there, you know.
I know, I do too. It's like, where?
Yeah, all I have to do is look at my phone and I know what time it is. But we still have time. Did we want to talk pharmacy for a little bit?
Well, we could.
Okay.
Sure. Let's see what's going on up there.
Yep. Has it been kind of crazy with all the different kinds of ailments we have this time of year?
Yes, and it's influenza, you know, and sinuses, colds.
Stomach flu.
Yes, there's some stomach flu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yikes. Hi there, young lady. How are you? Good.
That's McKenna.
McKenna? This is your department. What are you doing back here? You hand out the prescriptions to people?
Yeah, I just help people when they come up.
Oh, you seem like a nice young lady. How long you been here at Varney's?
2.5 years, I think.
Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I see you in here. You've helped me before. You're always really nice, so thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet.
I can't believe she's been here that long.
I can't either. Seems like I thought she just started.
Talk to Hannah. I know. Time just flies back.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi, Margie.
Hi, David.
Hannah.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's things in this department? Are you busy?
Busy. Lots of changes with insurance and stuff, but we're getting it squared away.
Okay,
Beginning of the year is always rough.
Oh man, never stays the same, does it?
Does not.
Does not. And I was talking a moment ago about all the different winter ailments we have right
Yes.
now.
The school is rampant. It's bad.
Yeah, lots
Everyone
at the
needs
schools.
to. Yeah, lots at the schools. All ages, it seems like. So.
Okay, well, keep up the good work.
Yes, thank you.
I was going to ask to feel your muscles, but I'll bypass that this time.
Sounds good.
But I know from talking to you the other day that you're still working out.
Yeah.
doing-
Winter months are when you create that summer body, so we're working.
All right. I wonder what that's like.
I know.
All right. Anything else, Julie?
I don't think so.
I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's new.
It seems like it'd be very comfortable.
It is. Jeff picked it out for me.
Well, Jeff, you rascal, you.
Oh, I know.
Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And come into Varney's and save a little money and have some fun shopping.
Yes.
And of course, if you're feeling ill and you're sent here either by the doctor or yourself, you know they'll take care of you here at your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Yes.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, Jeff hates to go shopping, but we...
All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate it very much. We're going to take a break. We've got a news break coming up for you next as we roll through the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's a sweetheart of a deal at Bow Family Furniture. You're going to love the incredible savings on stylish, comfortable, and beautiful furniture for your home. Sofas, recliners, dining sets, all at prices you can't resist. But hurry, these deals won't last forever. Come in today and bring home the perfect piece for you and your family. Bow Family Furniture, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Quality furniture at family prices.
Moline Seed and Fence in Gothenburg is your go-to fence store. They've got continuous fence in stock, raw steel and galvanneal panels ready to go, plus creosote posts in stock. Their kiln-dried posts are treated to a 0.8 retention and made from southern yellow pine. Need hedge posts? Get your orders in now for next spring. And for calving season, they've got you covered with freestanding and portable panels made from durable galvanneal pipes. Moline Seed and Fence, your Nebraska leader in agricultural fencing. Visit MolineSeedandFence.com or call 308-529-0781.
Calling all cattlemen. We're Austrian Angus, and it's bull sale time.
We invite you to our 24th annual production sale Wednesday, February 19th at 1 p.m. at our ranch south of Ansley.
Selling will be 150 performance-tested, carcass-evaluated yearling Angus bulls. Our bulls are big, growthy, and gentle. Also selling are 60 fancy registered yearling Angus heifers.
For more information and videos of this powerful offering, check us out at AustrianAngus.com.
Can't wait to see you at our ranch, Austrian Angus Ranch. Let's have a bull sale.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
Sometimes life changes just like the seasons. Do you have the right accounts for where you're at in life? Call or stop by any NSB branch in Broken Bow, Myrna, or Callaway, and they'll be there. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
You've got a friend.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Inflation was worse than expected in January. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
It showed that prices increased during the month, and the inflation rate is now up by 3% from a year ago. That's a touch higher from the previous month, where we were up by 2.9%.
President Trump blames the bump on Joe Biden and urges another interest rate cut. Mr. Trump's special envoy helped negotiate the release of U.S. schoolteacher Mark Fogel from a Russian prison. Steve Witkoff tells CBS.
He was upbeat. He was intent on thanking the president because he was so grateful to him. He was exultant. And I would say, most importantly, he was intent on not playing the victim.
Treacherous weather from the nation's midsection eastward. Meteorologist Tony Sadiku.
This could mean some flash flooding through parts of the south. We can't ignore the severe weather threat, too, from places like New Orleans, Baton Rouge to Birmingham, all the way to Atlanta, where damaging winds and a few tornadoes could be possible.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
In the NBA game at Chicago, Detroit led late in the first half, 67-22. The Pistons wound up winning the game, 132-92. The Bulls from three-point range had started 0 for 20. Memphis took the late game at Phoenix, 119-112, despite 34 points from Kevin Durant. New York's Karl Anthony Towns scored 40 points in a win at Indiana, 128-115. And Toronto won a close one at Philadelphia, 106-103. The Raptors gave Brandon Ingram a 3-year extension, including a player option. He was just acquired last week from New Orleans. To college basketball, Kentucky beat number 5 ranked Tennessee. Michigan over number 7 Purdue. Indiana won at 11th ranked Michigan State, 71-67. Kansas State upset number 13 Arizona. UConn won at number 24 Creighton. And the Angels agreed to a 1-year deal with closer Kenley Jansen.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
A winter weather advisory remains in effect.
Snow likely today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 11, northerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lows level off around 12 below. About an inch of snow today. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Nebraska State Bank, leading, serving, growing. Since 1917, their integrity and passion have enabled them to offer innovative products, deliver superior service, and make local decisions for their customers. Visit nesb.bank or visit one of their area locations.
Currently in our studios, 4 degrees right now with cloudy skies. Winds are out of the north around 5 miles per hour. The barometer 30.03 and the humidity 85%. With the snowfall, we estimate around 2 to 3 inches picked up here in our studios. With the snowfall, 0.18 of an inch in precipitation recorded to bring our precip total for the month of February now to 0.2 of an inch. High yesterday in Broken Bow was 6 above. The overnight low dropped to +1. Our sunset for this evening is set for 6:09. Coming up next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, it is the Broken Bow Wrestling Report, and it's brought to you locally by Duda Plumbing, Trotter Fertilizer, and the Tumbleweed Cafe. The report coming up in a moment.
The Broken Bow Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Duda Plumbing. Since 2002, it's been all about A-plus service. Scott and Colton are ready to help you with a septic installation project, new construction work, or that remodel project you have on your hands. Call Duda Plumbing at 872-3402. Duda Plumbing of Broken Bow is proud to bring you this wrestling report, all about student-athletes giving it their all on the mat and in the classroom. Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Today's wrestling report is brought to you in part by Trotter Fertilizer and Broken Bow. Success is what you want from your fields, both now and in the future. To build towards both, utilize the help of Trotter Fertilizer. Using their expertise and leading technology, they can help you analyze your fields to move them forward to stronger yields. Give Trotter Fertilizer of Broken Bow a call. They are proud to be bringing you this wrestling report on KCNI KBBN.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
The Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill are proud to help bring you the Broken Bow Wrestling Report on KCNI and KBBN. No matter the time of day or night, when you head to East Highway 2, they have you covered. During the day, head to the Tumbleweed for delicious home-cooked meals or swing through the drive-thru quick. In the evening, Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill has delicious options, from cheese curds to wings to pizza. East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Tumbleweed Cafe, and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
And at this time, we bring you the Broken Bow Wrestling Report, and we're joined in the studio now by Broken Bow head wrestling coach Ed Schaaf. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
Boy, here we go. It's district weekend.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment, but let's go back to last week. You wrestled at the Southwest Conference Wrestling Championships, had 3 individual champions, individual conference champions. As you look back on it, Ed, just your initial thoughts and impressions of the tournament as a whole. Boy, Southwest Conference can bring some really good wrestling to the table.
It does. You know, and when we left that day, I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of frustrated because we had 5 kids in the finals, and we had 3 champs, but you're always trying to get more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You look at in the years past when we won conference, you're always able to get some thirds and fourths, and that wasn't the case this year. And I went back and I looked at it when I got home and kind of had some time to just kind of decompress. And we had a few matches that we lost here and there that just kind of happens. But other than that, I mean, it's just conference is tough.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just, some teams that maybe in the past haven't been as good, like a Gothenburg is a lot better than what they have been. And McCook is the same way. McCook has always had a few good kids, but they have a lot of good kids right now. And so conference is a pretty tough place to go. And, it was, as I sat back and I reflected on it, I was like, yeah, we had 3 champs and we had, 2 other guys in the finals, and you always want more. But we, for the most part, we wrestled pretty well there. So.
Yeah. Of course, we were broadcasting the matches, had Kirk Crawley and Mick Patch there. And, of course, both of those guys, when the tournament was over, said, hey, I don't think Minden's ever won Southwest Conference. Gothenburg probably has never been in the top 2. So when you see programs like that starting to improve, Ed, I hope I'm okay in saying this, but I would think that has a lot to do with teams like Broken Bow, Valentine, even Cozad, some other teams in the conference that have kind of set the tone for other programs to elevate themselves.
I think you're right. And I had talked to Tom Scott, the coach from Gothenburg, and he said exactly that he had been on the radio and he was talking about how they had to elevate what they were doing because of teams like Broken Bow, Cozad, Valentine, and stuff like that. And yeah, you know what? You can only get beat on for so long before you want to try to change things up and try to get better. And they are. We've known for 4 years that Minden, that this class was going to be loaded. And they not only have this class, but they have a really good sophomore class. And so they're going to be, somebody to deal with for quite a while. And Gothenburg is just, they don't have any superstar standouts, but they have a lot of good kids that can wrestle. And they're going to just keep getting better. So yeah, it's good. It's competition. It makes us all better.
Yeah.
Like I tell the kids, it's no fun to go out there and beat Joe Schmo. You know what? You want to go out there and beat the good guys and really have to compete. And so, we have to step up our game, and we have to be able to compete with them. So, for some of our younger guys, it's like, okay, you know what? You're not going to be able to just ride on Broken Bow Wrestling. You're going to have to go get in the weight room, and you're going to have to go get on the mat, and you're going to have to go do things for yourself, because these other teams are doing that. And so we have to be competing and have to be getting better every day.
Yeah. One youngster that I think is kind of exemplifying that for you, Kelston Lindner. What a great conference tournament. Was your champion at 113 pounds.
Kel's tough, and it's one of those things that we keep preaching to Kelston is, sometimes kids get into where they are trying to learn like all these different moves, because we're, when you get up to high school, we're going through different situations, different moves, and sometimes it can be overwhelming, and we just keep going back to Kelston saying, do the things you do, in the words of Lathan Duda, do the things you do, you can't be beat.
Yes, there you go. Well said, Lathan.
But it is a thing that, when Kel has the things, he's got a handful of things that he does really, really well. And when he does that, he's really tough to beat. And so that we just keep reiterating, do the things you do. And, he's going to be a good one. And that's what I keep telling him. I said, I've been at this a while. I've said, I've seen good wrestlers. I said, you're going to be one of them.
Yeah.
So we just got to keep working at it, keep getting better.
A couple of other guys that you had during conference that just do the things they do. Cash Watson was individual champion at 138. Cal Wells, again, a conference champion at 215.
Yeah, they're tough.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really good. They've put the time in the weight room. They've put the time in on the mat. They work really hard in practice. They have good practice partners, and they're just reaping the rewards of all the hard work that they've done. And so it's just, it's fun to go out there and watch those guys wrestle, because they're pretty easy to coach, because they know what they're doing. It's just a few things here and there.
As we kind of wrap it up from conference, you had some kids that were close to making it into a medal match. You had Emmett Palmer make the final of his weight class. Aiden Markham, same situation. Good to see those kids in that finals match.
Yeah, it was. Emmett had to wrestle a kid that had dropped down from 26 to 20. And we got caught a couple of different times in some cradles and different things like that and give up points, which is hard to come back from. And we kind of are trying, he was trying to do some things to try to win, which in return give up some more points. And next thing you know, it's a tech fall. Aiden has wrestled, he had to wrestle the Chavez kid from Valentine. And that's just a tough old rodeo kid. But Aiden can wrestle with him. We just got to make sure that we're physically and mentally ready to go and not be beat sometimes before we get out there, because he is pretty big and strong.
Yeah.
But Aiden's pretty tough. We just got to keep working on him.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about districts. It's coming up on Saturday. You go out to Malcolm.
Right.
You'll be in the C1 district. Just your thoughts. I haven't been able to look at all the teams that are in it, but I think you're going to see some teams that maybe you haven't seen a lot of. So what is kind of the focus as you get ready for that coming up this weekend?
Yeah, there's some teams out there that we haven't necessarily seen. The bad thing is the teams that we have seen are like Battle Creek and Syracuse, and they're both super tough. The other teams, looking through the district, they'll have some good kids. They might not be as deep. They might not have the 8 to 10 good kids. They're just going to have 3 or 4. But still, when we get down there, it's about, finding the matchups and finding the places where we can get somebody through to the state tournament. And it's going to be tough, tough road to hoe for some of them. So we're going to have to be wrestling well because, you might have a Lincoln Lutheran that's in our district that they might only have 1 or 2 kids there that are really good, but they're good.
Yeah.
And so you have to, be able to compete and be able to wrestle your best that day. So, and that's the thing where it's a, it's a one-day tournament. You got to be able to manage your emotions. There's been some times where maybe if you lost a first or second round match, you'd have the night to kind of get yourself calmed back down. But this is the thing. If you start off and you have a bad match, you have to, and we've been talking about it this week, you got to be able to recharge your battery and get your mindset right because it's not slowing down. So you have to be ready to keep grinding and keep pushing through and wrestle. And so it's going to be a good district. Obviously Battle Creek they're loaded. And Syracuse has a lot of good kids too. And Broken Bow brings, we bring our good kids too.
Yeah.
So it's a thing that we always talk about that, our district's one of the toughest. Well, I always tell our kids our district's one of the toughest because we're in it. Broken Bow helps make things super tough. So it's going to be a good experience. It's down in Malcolm. We've been in that gym before. We used to duel Malcolm before we'd go to Aquinas or before we go to Logan View. So we kind of know our way around, just going to go down there and do our thing.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to it. We're going to be there doing our thing, and we'll be calling the matches of the Broken Bow kids and looking at other districts too, obviously, with our area kids. So
I saw you bring in a ringer for this.
Yeah, did you see
I saw
Patch sighting?
I saw him, Mr. Patch.
I'm getting really nervous. Of course, you and many know that Mick lives in Chicago now, and one of these days he's gonna make us pay mileage.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we can afford him if he starts to do that.
Well, if he gets to that point, you talk to us and we can pony up something.
I love it.
I do too. I love Mr. Patch coming in, and Eddie stopped into the school just to say hi and all this and talk, and it's always good to see him.
Well,
it's good to have him back.
It is great to have him back for the month, and great to have him helping us. So we'll be there with you on Saturday, and we wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Coach Ed Schaaf joining us on the Broken Bow Wrestling Report.
The Broken Bow Wrestling Report is brought to you in part by Duda Plumbing. Since 2002, it's been all about A-plus service. Scott and Colton are ready to help you with a septic installation project, new construction work, or that remodel project you have on your hands. Call Duda Plumbing at 872-3402. Duda Plumbing of Broken Bow is proud to bring you this wrestling report, all about student athletes giving it their all on the mat and in the classroom. Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Today's wrestling report is brought to you in part by Trotter Fertilizer and Broken Bow. Success is what you want from your fields, both now and in the future. To build towards both, utilize the help of Trotter Fertilizer. Using their expertise and leading technology, they can help you analyze your fields to move them forward to stronger yields. Give Trotter Fertilizer of Broken Bow a call. They are proud to be bringing you this wrestling report on KCNI KBBN.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
The Tumbleweed Cafe and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill are proud to help bring you the Broken Bow Wrestling Report on KCNI and KBBN. No matter the time of day or night, when you head to East Highway 2, they have you covered. During the day, head to the Tumbleweed for delicious home-cooked meals or swing through the drive-thru quick. In the evening, Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill has delicious options, from cheese curds to wings to pizza. East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, Tumbleweed Cafe, and Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill.
And at this time in our Broken Bow Wrestling Report, visiting with girls head wrestling coach Marissa Campbell, who's coming off an exciting weekend. It was girls district wrestling. First opportunity for Broken Bow girls to wrestle at districts, being in the first year of the program. That had to just be a great experience all the way around, having worked with the team to get better all year and then getting to districts and watching it all come together.
Absolutely. I feel like it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster the whole time. So just kind of a different experience than our normal tournaments.
Yeah. Boy, districts is that, isn't it? It can be an emotional roller coaster. And, with wrestling, it's an emotional roller coaster with each wrestler, right? Because I'm sure that you had to try to help girls handle their emotions because districts is different, like you said, from just a regular meet.
For some, it marks the end of their season, and for some, it is a tremendous landmark in their season to, the next stop.
Yeah. Before we talk about the 3 that qualified for state, I'd like for you to talk about everybody else, Marissa, because with districts, we see the highest of highs, but yeah, we see disappointment too. Maybe girls 1 match away or a couple of matches away. And I know that can be tough, but I also know that it should never overshadow all of the accomplishments that had been made up to that point.
Oh, absolutely. We saw so much growth this year. Some of these girls never having wrestled before. From not knowing the first thing about a takedown to finishing out their year, 1 match away from qualifying or losing in the heartbreaks. It's tremendous growth. I mean, no matter how you slice it, all we see is the growth and the progress that they made. And, towards a season, no matter what is changed, no matter what happened, how their season went, they still are the very first Broken Bow girls wrestling team.
Yeah.
And that will never change.
Yeah, they were trailblazers, weren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In every sense of the imagination, they were trailblazers, and I really could not be more proud of them.
You've got 3 who will be continuing their season and going on to the state tournament. Zoe Jones, state qualifier, finishing second at 115 pounds. Stacy Medina Lopez in the top 4, qualifying at 170. And Ida Bumgarner qualified at 190. Wow, what great representation for your program when you go to Omaha.
Oh, absolutely. I have both my team captains and Stacy, who has been a front runner all year long, and being her first year on the mat. It's just been such an incredible experience.
So you've got a little bit of time now before state occurs. It's next week. So from a coaching standpoint, how are you handling that? I mean, obviously you don't want to push too hard. Last thing you want is an injury. But how are you going about that to keep everybody sharp, or is it just kind of a process?
Right now, we are kind of using this little bit of extra time to get healthy. We've been battling colds and the flu. I would say the past 2.5 weeks, we've been battling just sickness, one after another. The girls have just kind of been picked off like flies, and they have, done their best to take 1 day off and then come back and try to work through it. And they've been champions, about it. So we're kind of utilizing this time to not rest, but take it a little bit lighter, work on the things that we really know we need to work on, and then just get healthy, stay healthy. We're nursing a couple of injuries, that we're trying to make it through. And then hopefully, we can do well in Omaha after taking a little bit of a couple of lax days before we hit it hard before we go to Omaha.
Yeah. Well, it'll really be exciting to see the Broken Bow singlet come out on the mat and wrestle at Omaha. I bet you're excited to see that too.
I'm thrilled. I mean, when we started our season, of course everybody says they want to make it to state. That's what why what else are you doing if you don't want that? But for it to be real, to have those tickets actually punched for us is a huge deal, especially in our first season.
Absolutely.
I couldn't be more thrilled.
Yeah. Well, hey, congratulations on all of the success up to this point. We can't wait to see you in Omaha, and so we'll look forward to that, and then we'll visit with you after the state meet, and we'll kind of put a bow on the season.
All right. Thank you so much.
Coach Marissa Campbell joining us on today's Broken Bow Wrestling Report. And there you go. That is today's Broken Bow Wrestling Report. Our thanks to the Broken Bow Wrestling coaches for joining us, and our special thanks to the sponsors who brought it to you, Duda Plumbing, Trotter Fertilizer, and Tumbleweed Cafe. A reminder, we'll have wrestling coverage on the air for you coming up this Saturday, as we'll be in Malcolm for the C1 District Wrestling Championships. Broken Bow among the teams that will be competing. We'll have live match-by-match coverage of the Broken Bow wrestlers for you throughout the tournament coming up on Saturday. Matches are scheduled to begin at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. And we'll also be going around to other districts, too. We'll be on the internet checking other district results and keeping you up to date on Saturday as to the happenings of our area athletes who are trying to qualify for the state championships, which, can you believe it, are next week at the CHI Health Center in Omaha. We're going to take a short time out. When we come back, we got a couple of more things to let you know about, some job opportunities to pass your way, and we'll run through the weather-related announcements one last time for you as we wrap up the breakfast show after this quick word.
When it comes to fungicide, many growers only think about disease control.
Tar spot, tar spot.
At Bayer, we handle tar spot, but we also think beyond disease control.
Tar spot. Wait, how?
With Delaro Complete, it has 3 modes of action.
3 modes of action?
We also think about boosting overall plant health in many ways.
Huh. Better greening, increased stalk strength, higher grain fill.
Now you're thinking. Thinking complete with Bayer. Learn more at delarocomplete.us. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
All right, here's a couple of job opportunities that we want to let you know about. Custer County Court in Broken Bow is accepting applications for a full-time assistant clerk senior position. Current hiring rate is $41,504 annually. Apply as soon as possible because applications will close when the position is filled. Now, to apply, you need to go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. Go there for the detailed posting, which you'll find under the Nebraska Supreme Court. So again, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov for the detailed posting under the Nebraska Supreme Court to apply. Custer County Court in Broken Bow accepting applications now for a full-time assistant clerk senior position. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for an office specialist to provide office support to the staff in the Broken Bow area office. For a full job description or to apply, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. You need to go to that website because an online state application must be completed. So again, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The Nebraska Department of Transportation accepting applications now for an office specialist to provide office support to the staff in the Broken Bow area office. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. All right, let's hit the refresh button. And let's go through your weather-related announcements one last time here on The Breakfast Show. Maybe a couple of new ones since our last report. We'll go ahead and go through the schools one more time here for you. Anselmo Public Schools are closed today. Ansley Schools are closed. Arcadia Schools are closed. Arnold Public Schools closed today. Callaway Schools are closed. The Berean Church in Broken Bow announcing that there will be no youth ministries tonight. Kids Life, Refresh, and Sun Life, those have been canceled for tonight at the Berean Church in Broken Bow. Other announcements, Cozad Haymaker Grand Generation Center closed today, no bus service and home delivery. Cozad Head Start is closed today. Custer Christian School in Broken Bow showing a 10 o'clock start, no morning preschool. Other announcements, Gothenburg Public Schools are closed today. The Gothenburg Senior Center is closed today. Also, Litchfield Public Schools are closed. Loop City Public Schools are closed today. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor are closed. No school, no activities. Our Savior Lutheran Church, Broken Bow, no Wednesday programs today. Those have been canceled. Overton Public Schools are closed today. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning closed. Sargent Public Schools are closed today. St. Joseph Catholic Church, Broken Bow, closed today. No faith formation classes. Stapleton Public Schools closed today. SEM schools are closed, and Thetford Public Schools are closed today. Those are the latest weather-related announcements. To stay up to date, you can check out sandhillsexpress.com, go to the Weather tab, and click on closings. All right, going to play a little Tom Petty for you here before we close out the show, because we got one more big thing to do before we wrap up the breakfast show, and that is give you a chance to win a $25 gift card to Grazers in Arnold. And we'll give you the chance to do that in a moment, so keep listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.